KPVI News at 10 Weekend. News that works for you.
Well, I hope we can remove some of that doubt, some of that fear, some of that anxiety.
Governor Otter traveled to Hailey to weigh in on the flooding situation. Good evening, Eastern Idaho. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Deanne Coffin. Governor Otter and Lieutenant Governor Little attended a town hall meeting today in Hailey to meet with residents about the Blaine County flooding. I went to Hailey to talk to residents in the area and Governor Otter about how the state plans to respond to the flooding. Hailey residents that live near the flooding say they have property completely underwater. The community compares it to flooding they had in 2006.
That lot had a few little standing pools of water in it, but no, I've never, in 40 years I've lived in the neighborhood, I have never seen anything like this before.
I'm on Cedar Street here in Hailey, and roads like the one I'm on right now literally turn into rivers. And residents that live in the area say they almost need a boat to get into their homes.
Yeah, my house is just right behind us here. It's pretty much surrounded by pretty much flowing, deep flowing water right now into the garage and all around the house.
He says although he hasn't been evacuated from his home yet, he is trying to prepare for what may be the next peak of flooding.
Yeah, we're just pretty much sandbagged up. We have some pumps running in the garage. It's pumping water out of the garage. It's just coming in as fast as we can get it out, and just kind of monitoring things and just trying to stay ahead of it.
Officials say so far there have been 40 homes evacuated in the Hailey area. Meanwhile, the governor says they are working on getting a state disaster declaration. He says 31 counties in Idaho are already under a disaster declaration. State officials addressed concerned residents about resources available, and the residents had the opportunity to ask questions and address their concerns. Officials and residents say they fear the worst is yet to come.
Well, I hope we can remove some of that doubt, some of that fear, some of that anxiety, just number one, by being here with the information they need. And that's why we tried to outline what's going to happen between now and the end of this incident. And this incident isn't going to be over maybe until the middle to late June. And so prepare now. We know when the peaks, or we've got a pretty good idea when the peak flows are going to come. We've got a little time now because the weather chilled down. And so now's the time to get out, do the sandbagging.
40,000 sandbags have been given out to the residents of Blaine County. They are also working with the airport and flying drones overhead to monitor the situation. There is also a 24-hour phone number that is available for information. You can find that number attached to this story on our website at kpvi.com.